Hello everyone, Nathan here with an unusual video. Unusual only because of its release date, because this video is to celebrate the release of a brand new mod that Don and I have been working on for a while. And we've decided to call it Mylandscaping, keeping with the convention of the naming system that Don has been using. And here kind of you're seeing in front of you the beauty that this mod can create. We have these really nice little walls here. Inside corners. Outside corners, we just have pillars. With this brick style, I couldn't figure out how to make an outside corner. So we have pillars that are corners, pillars that run in the middle, and then end column, which can also be used for outside corners. Bricks are available in 4 colors. And let's take a look at those right now. Here we have 2 brand new machines that this mod creates. We have this beautiful cement mixer, which is actually not really a cement mixer. We may want to change names on that. Yeah, we're going to definitely change names on that. So we had 2 machines, but before we look at the machines, let's look at the crafting. To create, well, this is the machine we make first. We make the actual, we got to come up with new names. This machine pretty much crushes the gravel, mixes the dry ingredients together, and gives you a bag of concrete mix. So you need a steel pickaxe, 2 sheets of paper, a chest, 2 sticks, and 3 steel ingots. And then we get this machine. And then, to make the machine we actually use to make the bricks, we need a steel shovel, bucket of water, 1 bag of concrete mix, and 5 steel ingots. So these are not exactly the cheapest of machines in the world, but I think you'll agree that they're totally worth it. So here we have the first of the 2 machines. You have to craft this one first because this is how you make the bags that you use in this one. Personally, I love the textures on this. You've got like a little bit of rust going, let me just dig a hole here. That puts me a little too low. Need a half block in there. But we got just this gorgeous texture going on. I may be a little biased because I did do the textures in the models here, but I love the textures on this. This is amazing. Bonus points to anybody who can figure out what the letters stand for on these 2 parts. They do stand for something. But after we create this machine, we'll want to right click on it, and we'll see we have a cobble crusher and a concrete mixer. And basically what we can do is we can put cobble into the slot here, where it aptly says cobble, and once every 10 seconds, it'll take one of the cobbles and give us gravel. And then we put sand into the sand slot. And again, once every 10 seconds, we get a bag of concrete mix. Now this is automated, so you can pretty much fill these slots up, and it'll do everything for you. So here again, we just put some gravel in there. I don't know how the whole timer works, because we got 2 timers running here. So it may sometimes not function as well as it really should. But let's just pop the rest of the gravel in there. And let's just leave those bags here. And let's move on. So now we have the bags of concrete mix. And we click on here and we see all of these lovely options we have. So let's throw a bag of concrete mix in there. And we'll just take retaining wall left. Most of your walls, I think all of them actually, will give you 2 wall pieces for 1 bag. Columns, I think all just give you 1 per bag. We've got some more bags created for us here. Let's throw one in. We have the outside corner. That's the smallest. Yeah, you still only get 1. So let's just grab that. And now let's take a look at what we can do with these wall pieces. So we put a wall down, and you'll notice it sits flush with the node behind it, but it does have a nice little edge there. And then the fun part, we can actually stack these walls, and it will adjust the lower wall to not have the lip and... Oh, and I'm actually playing in creative mode, so I have unlimited of everything I put in my inventory. That's sweet. You'll notice the wall's kind of pushed forward a little bit to keep a slope going back. However, if we... I don't know if I'm going to reach that. That's going to put it the wrong way. But it rotated it for me. You can keep stacking as high as you want. The lower 2 levels, the bottom one will never push forward. These are the only 2 distances you can have. But if you had a wall of dirt behind it, which let me just get some dirt real quick so we can make one. you will notice that at the top it still matches up perfectly. So you can use this to do whatever. Let's take a look at the wall over here and see a little something that we did. So we've got just our wall going through with the corners. Then here we wanted to go with a taller wall. Well, the wall looks goofy if we just, in the middle, decide that, we want this wall to be too high. It doesn't have that finished edge to it. So a column comes in very nicely there. I should point out, because you may have just noticed that, when you place a block on top of another block, it will not change the lower block to stick further forward, unless it is the same block. So like this one's the center block, which, let's run back to the machine and take a look at the center block real quick. Center block here has full blocks on the upper and lower, like that. So just put two out. If we put a block that's the same on top of a block, it moves that lower one out. If we do a block that's not the same, it doesn't do anything. And it ends up looking kind of goofy. You might get some intersecting faces with buffering issues. It's not intended to be used that way. But now we have a nice little wall going on here. This wall is actually climbable yet. You can jump right over it. However, if we go to a 3-high wall, it is not climbable. So if you're using this to stop people from getting in, you will want to go with a 3-high wall. Also, let me grab a pickaxe real quick. The lower walls are not diggable. You'll notice I can't mine that wall. I can only mine the top wall. And when the top wall is mined, the lower wall becomes a top wall and is mineable. So you have to start mining a wall at the top to eliminate it. So we've got the walls, and we have various color options we can get. You'll see here we have a dye slot. Let's just grab some dyes real quick. We have a reddish color block, a yellow, and an autumn blend. So, let's throw an autumn in there. Get a retaining wall. Let's see if we got any more cement in this machine. 3 bags should be just enough to get us all we need. Let's put some red dye in there. And I'll show you something that happens here when you're using different colored walls. And maybe this is something that we can change in a future update. It mainly is just the effect of the system that we are using to control this all. Just make it morning again. So we have here our tan colored block, and we have the red color, and that's supposed to be an autumn blend. These colors need a little tweaking and fine-tuning yet. The only one I really, really like is this yellow one, and then of course the default color. Those still need some tweaking, but we figured the mod's completely releasable, and the colors, when we do change that, they'll just automatically update in your games once you update the mod. So you won't have to tear walls down to put new walls up. But here, let me show you the one thing that won't work. Okay, so we have 2 walls that are the same wall piece, but they're different colors. So the lower wall piece does not jut forward. That may be something we can fix in a future release. I'm not sure, I haven't really looked at the code too much. Don actually did most of the coding, and I just did the models and textures. So that's the walls. Let's take a look at these patio blocks. We are going to be adding more in the future, but this is what we're looking at right now. We have a nice little design here, and just a large block, and then small blocks. Now you'll notice some are sitting in the ground and some are above the ground. What's up with that? Well, if you take a block, and we kind of went with some realism here, if you take a block and you put it into sand, it replaces the sand and sits right at the surface. So then you could put something on top of this, like a nice little patio chair. However, if you don't do it that way, it sits above ground. Well, this is now using up this full node. So the next thing you could place would be floating in the air at this height. So if you do want to place something on it, you're going to want to make sure you put sand underneath it first, because otherwise you're not going to place things on top of it. Yeah, looks so beautiful. But that's pretty much the Mylandscaping mod. Like I said, created by Don and myself. I really enjoyed making it, and I think you guys are going to enjoy using it. If you want to test this out, or just see it in use, hop on over to the Minetestville server where Don he's been using this quite a bit, and he has made some pretty sweet stuff. He's got a nice big wall surrounding Wayne Manor over there. So if you want to see what is possible, definitely swing on by over to the server, take a look at it. One thing let me quick mention to you, we did make these intentionally this way. The 2 nodes are only diggable by the placer, but anybody can use them. And anything you put in, anybody else can use. So if you don't want people using your resources, make sure you pull them out of these slots, because otherwise anybody that comes by can just grab them out. But we thought these are kind of expensive machines to make. If you're doing a co-op build with somebody, you don't really want to have 7 of these things dotting the landscape. It takes up a lot of space. So just build 2. Anybody can use the machines. It works for us. I think it'll work for you guys too. So download link will be in the description. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I hope you guys are really going to enjoy this mod. More releases will be coming in the future, but this is pretty much the first release that's really being put out officially. This video actually is going to be posted on the first thread of the topic on the forum. So this is going to be pretty much brand new for the world, except for like myself, Don, and then Miles Dyson. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He put in a little information with us, kind of gave us some feedback on things. He was kind of helping us test it and stuff, so props to him. I believe he actually is the one hosting the Minetestville server. I'm not positive on that. Forgive me if I'm wrong, guys. But yeah, I really think you guys are going to like it. And I'm not just saying that because I made it. Because honestly, I just made models. No big deal for me. But let me shut up and let you guys download this and see what you can create.